You got it.
Uh-oh. Who's that walking in the room behind Mallorca Lee? He can't even see because he's looking at me. Someone could be attacking him from behind with a knife or a gun or a club or a bat. It's episode 167. Episode 167. 167. We're taking you to heaven. The Gay Night Club in Soul Town. We're going to sit you down and fill your brown because it's episode 167 of the HashTag Show.
Diddly-dee-dee. And if you like dancing to happy music with your arse hanging out to try, possibly kissing in the bathroom with another man, this is not the show for you because we don't talk about these things. We talk about serious political issues. We don't have any time for fun.
No. We don't. And remember, kids, it's only gay if the tip of the cock touches your tonsils. If you take it all inside your throat, it's not a problem. You're the man about. It's a HashTag show. Welcome to the HashTag show. Currently, over 1,000 dead in Ukrainian war. We're going live to our correspondent, Mallorca Lee, live on the ground in Kyiv. Mallorca, what can you see there? Thank you for joining us.
Hello, live from Kiev, where there's death and destruction all around. But we are here with Fat Gibbo and the Blackface Bear.
Wait, why is there not a singing news correspondent? Why can we not do that? Let's go live now. We've heard that the humanitarian corridor has been shelled. Ceasefire has ended after a historic 3 minutes. Let's go live to our man in Donetsk. It's raining bombs from the sky. There's people dying in the streets. How's that not a thing?
We're on the verge of destruction. Nuclear war and hell.
There's
but hey,
a fiery hellscape behind him, and like people just in burnt out clothes, but he's there in a dinner suit at Gibbo. We're going out with a bang in Donetsk. Yes, we are.
He's got the full hang on, the cravat, scarf, and then he's got the wee kind of bulletproof body warmer and the wee hat, the wee UN hat. Like somebody's just interrupted his dinner party.
Oh my god, man! It's one of the things where everything that's going on now, it's grim. Oh, biscuits this morning. No, I'm okay. I've actually just literally took the last sip of coffee, and now I wish I had another coffee, but there's no way I'm getting one, even though the good wife is merely a couple of doors down.
She's not going to help you, is she?
Not a fucking chance. No a chance. This shows you how much power and control I have in the house. I says this morning, me and Mal are going to record at 8:30 in the AM, and she says you can't because I'm going on the bike. And I went, well, you can because I'm recording, because obviously I can't have a space of my own. You know, I have to have a studio stroke storage room stroke gymnasium as well. Do you know what I mean? So we had to postpone our recording so she could go and cycle.
And I hope she realises you did that for her. Because you're a giver.
Exactly.
You're a sharer.
I tell you something, right? International Women's Day today as we record.
Is it? Hey, big up the bitches.
Hey, big up all the heroines, man. Real women. Mate, I saw a clip the other day, right? And I was going to send it to you. And I don't know who it is. I actually had to block the account because I don't want it coming up on my feed because it was annoying me now. And the thing is, I don't know anything about them, but I think it's an Australian podcast, or it might even be an Australian YouTube channel. And it's basically a collection of like men and women, right? And they're all probably our age, if not older, but still try to be like cool surfer, trendy hipster Australians, right?
Right.
And they put up all these clips, which I know we need to start doing, but it's on like TikTok and stuff like that. And they have a section in the show where they tell each other jokes, and the object of the game is not to laugh. Right, so you need to tell a joke to someone else on the show, and you need to try and make them laugh. And if they laugh, you lose. If they don't laugh, you win, right? So this was the guy's joke. I went to the doctors the other day, and he told me I had to stop masturbating because he was trying to take my blood pressure or something, or it was distracting, right? That was a joke, right?
Hello.
So, right, classic Mallorca, right? Laughed. See the woman who was on the panel, or who's in the showroom, mate, outraged. She's like, "Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's disgusting." And then they're all laughing, going like, "Yeah, I thought we were keeping this PG rated." She went, "No, that's not right. That's disgusting." I'm going, "What? That's what?"
She never had a fucking Frosties no more.
I was like, "Listen, head, if you think that's disgusting, you want to stay well clear of your fucking podcast, then boy, your socks clean off you." So, to all the heroines,
He's also
out there,
never fucking played Spunky Breed.
never.
Is he good?
Shout out to all you, and also shout out to the missus, right? Because I don't know if I told you or no. No, I said the other day that I needed to get oil for my heating.
She sourced good cheap oil.
No, mate, I'll tell you about that in a minute. But with 2 days without heating, right?
She struggled at the back. You had her out digging.
Opened up a tank, had a wee peek in, could see my reflection back on that beautiful fucking red diesel. And I was like, perfect, we're fine with oil. Put the top back on.
What diesel was it?
No, I don't know what it is. It's fucking oil, right?
Because I was thinking to myself, fuck, I'll see the farmer, you can get some.
Mate, get rid of diesel for me for the van. Jesus Christ, the price of diesel. So I thought I'm fine, right? No realising that, see the valve where the oil comes out of?
Yeah.
It sits, see that's the tank, the kind of valve sits at that high. So you've got about half a foot of oil sitting in the tank.
Emergency reserve.
No, that's never going to come out because it's sitting below the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking at it thinking there's still oil in it, but there's not enough oil for it to soak out the wee pipe. So 2 days without heating, right? Freezing cold.
Oh, son.
Came back in the other night. Place is stinking of oil, man. And the missus has got the fucking, the front of the boiler off, the oil boiler. Front of it off, my toolbox everywhere, right? Place is stinking of oil, and I'm like, my first thought was, oh no, how much is this going to cost? And then she went into this big spiel and she's like, right, I've read the manual, I've looked at a YouTube video, so, and she starts talking me through, I've bled the valve, this is the overrun fucking heater system pressure, and I'm like, keep talking. I'm like, marry me, man, honestly, fucking God.
Did she have like a kind of the full overall on with the wee kind of hat, the hair net tied at the top, you know, the hanky up the top?
Bangers covered in grease.
Brilliant.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Covered in
nuts, oil. Just crisps.
A calendar of Carol Smiley was it just appeared, right? She's got like a wash rag.
You roll up, hanging out the mouth.
I can maybe get a look at it on Tuesday for you, but I'm not promising that. It's the parts,
mate. Man, there's so many MOTs I've got to get through here, my man.
In Europe, mate. The parts coming in now is fucking... Anyway, what I've done is I've bled the doodad and rewired the thing. So she's talking me through it, right? Long story short, still couldn't get it working. Managed to find the pressure valve only because it's kind of like the same boiler I used to have when I lived in that cottage. So I took the drum out, found the pressure valve, put the pressure up, and she's like, I'm doing everything right. I don't know why I can't get it working. Put out a message. Where we live, right? There's a kind of community page.
Yep.
So put out a message in the community page because the letting agent was no help to us to the point where I was ready to go in and fucking set fire to the letting agency. A very kind gentleman in the village came up and helped us fix it. But what he did was exactly what she was doing. She was just basically, you've got to bleed the air. There's built up air in the pipe. So you've got to get all the air out of the pipe. And she was doing it, but she just wasn't holding the valve long enough. That was it. And then, but even after, I was like, that's very impressive, by the way, because you were doing everything right there, and you just weren't, you just didn't have the perseverance to stick with it. But apart from that, absolutely fantastic.
No, listen, don't bother getting cleaned up. Just come into the bedroom and try and see how long you can hold my valve for. That's
it. You need to wait till the oil comes out.
You tell me, let me right now, you tell me it's going to cost a wee bit to fix. It's going to be a right year's hefty job.
Well, what you tell me is, like, imagine that pure mechanic role playing.
Right. Tell me you're going to have to put me up in the ramps.
I want you to spit in my face and crank the shaft and tell me it's had 3 previous owners and it's done 140,000 miles, right? And then fucking he'd butt me. I want you to headbutt me. I said the other day, I came in to listen the other day and I was like, sitting watching one of our programs. I went, listen, like, try to be dead serious, right? And proper fucking sucked her right in. I said, do you ever fancy trying some role playing? She's like, what? And made this face.
I like your reverse psychology, like kidding on, but If she was going with it, you're going with it.
I kept it going, right? I says, no, but I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't have to be anything weird or anything like that. Like, I don't know, maybe just something different. And she's like, look, what? And you could see she's pure fucking on edge. And I went, well, I was thinking like, and she went, oh, here we go. I went, no, nothing weird. I was just thinking like, you know, maybe like we pretend we're in like Downton Abbey or something like that.
Right, all right, pretend Downton Abbey.
I know. So like, it says pretend we're in Downton Abbey or something like that, like the old days. Like, so like, you know, maybe like even pretend to be like a 1940s housewife or something like that. So like, you know, I'll go to the pub and get pissed and you get in there and get the fucking dishes done. How does that sound? She's like, yeah, fucking
you had her right up to the reality kicked in.
I had her right up to actually the role play I wanted done. How's it about you get in there, right? Let me watch the fucking Lewis Hamilton documentary and you get a fucking dishes done. Eh?
Why not stab at fixing that fucking boiler?
Aye, get the bangers.
Before I take the fucking meat on to you.
Get the bangers covered in grease and get the fuck down the stairs out of that garage. Stroke studio. No, I will not move my fucking desk so you can get into the boiler. That is not happening. But yes,
you know what? My wife is a lot of fucking mechanic. Every time I try for a bit of action, she's like, I'm not going to fit you until a week on Tuesday. Yeah, what? You're fully booked.
Tomorrow never comes in. But I tell you who's coming right now. Papa Bear.
I'm getting to the shower. I'm taking myself to the shower.
Every shower should have a fuck. That's how see like a.
It should have just a blackout blinds in the shower. No, well, just fucking a wank button. You just go like that, and it just goes, and it's total black. Can't even see through it, and you're just in there.
Mate, did I ever tell you?
Is there a rabbit in here with you? No.
That's what a marriage counsellor should be like. See if like couples go to marriage counselling, they should just go in the house with a black light and just search the shower, and if it's covered in spunk, go, well, this is the problem right here. He's not getting his end of it. That's the problem right here. Did I ever tell you about the wank booth? I went in and out.
No, everywhere. It's just in one wee sad corner of the shower.
You always try and hit one.
When you cry and wank.
I try and hit. I've got a kind of a middle bit around the tiling. I always try and clear that middle bit of the tiles just to prove I've still got this. I've still got the velocity.
You still get the juice, man. I'm just fucking. Mine just falls out into my taste, and I'm just like, oh, after that, I just go. Why did I bother?
Mine just hits the fucking bottom of my belly, mate. Fill the belly button like a wee paddle and pull a spunk.
Oh, that would be right. No, and then I even think to myself, you know how you see the houses when it's like two single beds for the man and the woman. They've also just had enough each other's sleep patterns are moving about and all that, which I'm sure every couple does. We actually had a wee kind of fucking. She woke me up through the night and all that, going, "You're lying on top of me. Why move?"
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm trying to my sleep. I'll never stand up in court.
I know. And and we've joked that she's like, that'd be ideal for me. See, like two single beds, and I'm like, I'd be freezing in a single bed myself. And then I think to myself, imagine you're lying, the two of you are lying in bed in single bed, and it's the woman she's maybe got the iPad out, watching some fucking documentary, and he cut to the guy, he's got the scunt bag and she's cracking my off.
I don't.
No, single beds, single lives.
I don't see that. I think that's an old-fashioned thing. I think if
what wanking?
No, I think like single bed thing, man. I would hate that. I would just be like, well, we're done. I'm moving out. See you later. What's the point?
That's it. This game's over if you're having single beds, isn't it?
Because I might as well just fucking live on my own and live an absolute party life. I live a bachelor life, mate, rather than paying all this fucking money to be a single bed.
Live an absolute party life, like just getting mad with it and getting home and being sad and missing folk and
no, how would you be sad,
having a come down and depression and no a bird. Nobody to cuddle and tell me everything's going to be all right. The sunshine will come out another day. Tomorrow.
I'd be sitting eating fucking meat every night, no getting moaned at. That's got a family. No, any minutes, no, because it's deed. It's in my dinner plate. Thank you.
I'd have the best 5 years of my life before I died. Of either drug related or alcohol, food, something, poisoning. But I'd at least have pumped 3 birds and power wanked all over the house.
She was raising me the other day because I says, she's looking at the window at all the sheep in the field, and I says, what is that field in our freezer got in common? She's like, what? I went, both of them are full of minced lamb. Yeah. She's like, that's disgusting. I can't believe you eat lamb and you see all the wee lambs. I'm like, keep running, kids. That's it. Work the fat and the meat. Keep going.
I'm not disassociated with, or if I look at animal and livestock, I don't
equate it to what I'm eating. I don't go, oh, look at that big bit of steak. Just say there's a coup.
No,
Or
I
there's a
mean,
sheep.
we've spoken about this before because we're detached from the slaughter process.
Aye, we're
Like,
not
if I had
actually.
to go and fucking uppercut a baby sheep, and like, see that time when I was in Spain, mate, and I went to this place. I've told you this before. I'd love for it. We should go back and do a fucking hashtag review there. It's a wee village called Gothin, and I think it's quite a famous part of Spain. It seems to be that, well, long story short, the guy runs a fucking Michelin star restaurant in Madrid, but closes it at certain seasons and comes home to Gothin, right, which is the village where he grew up. And he has this tiny wee restaurant that him and his wife run with like one other person, right? It's a fucking, I mean, there's like 5 tables in a tiny wee place. And I was reading this stuff online saying, if you can get in there, go in there for dinner, it's fucking great. So in this, like, something out of a movie as well, tiny wee square, it's got a fountain in it, and then the wee restaurant's right there. Went down during the day to find it. Says, is there any chance I can come in for dinner? He says, the only time I've got a booking is tonight. That's like, it's written in the stars, my man. It's meant to be. Go in, set menu.
Always tells that to everybody that comes.
Aye,
There's only one table there.
to be fair,
There's
it
only one
was.
fucking table in there, Pepe.
When we went in, we had to wait to get our table, and it was like every table was packed. But I mean, it's fucking tiny. It's smaller than this garage. It's tiny. Anyway, set menu, right? So the first 3 courses are all the exact same, and then you get a choice for your main course, and then there's 2 courses after it, a dessert, and then like a mad Spanish cheese thing. So first 3 courses are unbelievable, and then the main course was, I had milk lamb, it was called, and the other one went for something else, right? But at the time, I was thinking milk lamb is maybe it's something like, maybe it's lamb cooked in milk, right? That's what I thought it was. And then when I got it, it's like a kind of dark gravy. Mate, it's one of the best lamb things I've ever had in my life. Right? Unbelievable, man.
What the fuck was it?
It's a baby lamb. It's
milk?
lamb that's only ever eaten milk. So it's a wee fucking tiny baby lamb. That's why it's called milk lamb. So it's like, it's no had grass, it's not nothing, it's only had milk in its stomach. And then they fucking go, that'll do, eat off. And they cook it, and I'm like, after I kind of felt like, oh, I don't want to eat wee babies, but at the same time, mate, to this day I can still remember the taste.
Baby I've ever eaten.
Unfucking believable, man. But I'm going, even the Spanish are like, they're almost like the Japanese and the Chinese now. They'll fucking eat anything. Same with the Italians, man. They'll eat anything, man. Fill a fucking.
Especially if you're in countries where they've grew up on the land. You know, it's just a natural. It's a natural form of protein. That and drinking spunk.
Well, that lamb was unbelievable.
I've never tried it, but I have tried. I've actually had steak sometimes. What I thought was steak, and it turned out to be lamb.
Right.
It was a cut of, no, I'm talking shite. It was a baby cow. That's what it was.
Aye, veal,
and which I always thought was lamb or deer.
No.
And that is lovely.
Veal's amazing.
Aye. Well, keeping on the food topic before we move on, we had a wee hashtag production meeting in Box Bar.
Yeah,
what do you think? You said you're going to hurt me.
I'm going to break your heart here.
Okay.
Now that I've had time to reflect on it.
Yes. Service was shocking.
Right? I was there myself for about an hour and a half before you turned up.
Bullshit. Let me just tell the readers. If you're not on the internet, right? If you're reading this for a book or a transcript, I was actually early, and you phoned. You went, mate, I'm just finished doing a big massive shite. I'm going to be late.
I was actually, what a jobby, man.
Right.
Do you know what I actually had to...
Maria thought you were joking, and I come off phone and went, he was a joke there.
No.
Went, oh!
I had to make a decision to flush the shite on its own, because I thought if I put paper down there as well, there's not a chance it's moving.
Aye. It's a blockage.
It's a block. So thankfully it went on its own, and then wipe and clean up.
I knew you were occupied, and I said, look, no bother. You said I'll be huffing earlier. I said, fine, no bother.
But I did the right thing by phoning the restaurant first.
Of course you did. You sorted it all out.
I'm going to be 10 minutes late. And she went, why don't we push you back to 1:30? I says, why don't we do that, darling? But I says, you 10 minutes. But anyway, we pushed it back to 1:30.
Right.
And you turned up about 3.
because she just went, all right, we've got time today. I went, no,
Aye. But that doesn't matter. That's just a window opportunity.
Aye.
That's what all women do. And again, we don't want to say it's National Women's Day. We love the heroines, but as soon as something goes off, it's like, right, no, it's mine. No, you're mine. You're my chauffeur.
Yo, man, bitches be bitches, motherfucker.
We also should say that we're very lucky to even have you here today.
Said bitches in our life.
No, to have you with us to record, because I mean, tell the listeners, man, you almost died that day.
Oh fuck, aye. Driving along. I don't know. Does your missus do that? Like, you have a wee argument and they pretend they're going to hit you. It's an Italian thing.
Mine just this way.
No, it's sometimes I get a nip or a fucking thing. So I'm driving and she's done the as if she's got to hit my balls, and I was driving with one horn. And I've went like that to fucking put my horn up. Don't hit me again. And fucking swerved right across. And luckily I was in the outside lane, nearly hit the barrier, pulled it back into the middle lane. And I was like, fucking hell, pulled it back to the lane I was on. It was like a wee kind of zigzag. And I said, you could have fucking killed the basis. My heart was racing and everything. I said, you could have killed the basis.
I was fucking hard for the first time in 3 years.
And I was like, now is the time if you want another win.
Get on my road.
And I said, and she was that scared as well that she never cracked up. That's how I knew she was scared as well and how serious it was. What the fucking frick?
What the frick I got?
And I was hungry. So so we go to there. Anyway, so we're in Bucks Bar, Scott, and
Bucks Bar, right?
We ordered up.
Let me just start from the beginning. Yeah. Walk in, exactly what I thought it was going to be. Visually, a mess.
Yes, a trendy mess when it's really a mess in disguise.
What I always find is like, see when it's things like, you know, burger bars or chicken or that kind of American. Why do they have to go that? Let's just cover every fucking square inch of the walls with shite, and let's make it. Shit. It's like it just
rock posters.
Like we've both been to New York, right? I remember going to this kind of burger place in New York, and it's underneath one of the big office buildings. And when you walk in, it looks like a wee dive bar, but it looks like a dive bar because it is a dive bar. That the bar shut down and it now sells burgers, so they've not done anything to it. And you're like, this feels authentic. This doesn't feel as if somebody's been paid 20 grand for a Glasgow design agency to come in and go, right, so you're doing chicken, American style wings. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cover this in fucking shit. Confederate flag, neon sign. Boom. So I come in. Table for two, Mr. Gibson. I says, yes, it is. It's a hashtag show production meeting. Shows me upstairs. So I come up the stairs and I think that I'm going to go into like an upstairs level. But I basically turn into a narrow corridor. He offers me a booth. I have to maneuver the table in order to get my large frame in, bring it down. So we begin. Luckily turns up hour and a half later. We order. Now, let me just say this about the food, right? I understand that in order to promote a business now, especially a food business that isn't high end, it has to be something that can be shared on Instagram. I get that. I don't like it. It annoys me, but I'm never going to change. I get it. However, it is going to stop me from enjoying the experience. The burger came. It's massive, right? It's a big burger. But if you know anything about food, it's basically a small chicken breast and you batter it like fuck so that it looks as if it's massive, right? Again, no complaining about that. It's just a good way that catering companies do it, and that's how it's done, right? It's impossible to eat. The burger's impossible to eat. You've either got to bite a bit off, like you're ripping the head off a bat like Ozzy Osbourne, or you've got to cut it. Now, I don't want to cut my food because I feel like a child when I do that. I want to pick it up and eat it. So straight away, I was annoyed by that. I can't eat the thing. It's in some kind of wooden box, which is difficult to maneuver. And the one thing I know me the most is I read everything on the menu because I really want to enjoy this because I'm not eating that much meat now. So when I do go to Mal, I know I'm getting meat. I want to enjoy it. My burger bun was covered in honey at the top of it. Never said that in the menu, right? I don't know if it was a mistake. They gave me the wrong bun. I don't know. But it was covered in honey. And the overpowering sweetness in that when I was eating it was too much. Didn't go with the chicken. And then the bun itself is just like one of the kind of shop bought burger buns you get doing the fitbar. It was odd because it looked as if it was.
It was a brioche bun.
No, it wasn't. Mine wasn't anyway. The chips were pretty tasteless, man. But again, when you're looking at it, you're going, because remember,
You looked at me right now and went, aye, this is fucking great, my man.
See, for some reason, mate, I had different chips than you, and I don't know why. Do you notice that?
That's for skinny fries. That's for skinny fries.
Because I just says I just want chips, and she went like house fries. I went, aye, house fries, aye. So they were black, but that just means that the oil's dirty, right? Fair enough. But I had to fucking absolutely douse them in salt to try and get some. It was the chicken itself was cooked to perfection. The chicken, we got a chicken pakora thing on the side. Chicken pakora was lovely. The chicken inside the burger was perfect. It was amazing, tasted great. But
The bun let it down. And
the bun let it down big time. It would actually have been a better dinner if it was served on a plate, or if it just came in like a bag or something like that, and I can just get into it. Maneuvering around that wooden box was difficult. And it would have been better without the bun, because the sauce was nice. The kind of Big Mac sauce thing was nice. The lettuce was. I mean, it's just one of these things where when it comes out, there's a part of your brain that goes, "Wow," because it
doesn't live up to that,
right. And then when you actually eat it and you get to the end of it, you go, "No, that's left me." Put it this way: I never thought when I was coming home, I never thought to myself, "I can't wait to go back here." And eat that again.
That's a shame.
And it was interesting.
My second time there.
See, when I posted the picture up on Instagram as well, it was 50-50. Some people were like, man, that's one of the best meals I've ever had. And other people were like, really disappointed in it. Interesting what you got to say. And that's what I got to say. I just thought it was, and also kind of cleared up to everyone saying, did I order a white wine spritzer? That was a fucking pint of cider, you cheeky bastards. But see, if I wanted a white wine spritzer, I'd have a white wine spritzer, because that's the man I am. And I enjoyed it. Right, and
I had a fucking moon.
My wee Flurry Nicholson and danced out of that place. It was nice, man. It was nice, but it wasn't good, and it wasn't great. But
well, I would say that
we've got a few more places to go.
I can't argue with that. It's an honest review, and that's right. But what I will say to you is, you looked at me square and I went, "That's really good, aye."
Because I can't break your heart and your.
You didn't want to break my experience.
I didn't want to break your experience.
It was my second time there, and I just went for the normal house chicken burger, skinny fries, and a side of fucking 6 wings or whatever it was. And I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will agree with you, and the table sizes are far too small, especially for two big guys like us. And luckily, we were only sitting downstairs. It's even tighter.
Aye. And also, watching you eat those chicken wings, your missus is a very lucky woman.
If you ain't licking your fingers, you ain't doing the job right.
I didn't want to ruin your experience, but there was one bit, and I'm thinking in my head at the time, I'm going, it's the Ayrshire in him, right? It's the poverty, it's the despair, it's the lack of hope that he grew up in, right? He is a rose from the concrete, so don't shoot the man down. But there's one bit when you put a chicken wing down. Now, there's fuck all on this chicken wing. There's fucking nothing on it.
Just bone.
And you put a wee bit of bone back in your mouth again, and then put it down. And to the point I went, do you want me to order you more wings? Like, you've sucked every fucking bit of meat off that damn bone. But you were loving them.
Hopefully you left it and you'd learned something that day. How a real man eats wings.
A bone.
See,
a real man eats wings.
There used to be a bar, I can't remember what the name of the bar is in Glasgow, and it was like fucking eat as many wings as you want as long as you're drinking. And that got me through a good few fucking hungry days when I was just living my own.
Do you know, see, you're saying that, right?
And riding. That's what I was doing, Scott. And occasionally writing music, right? And I'll be honest with you, right? I was quite happy then.
See,
because I was eating, drinking, doing
see,
a bit of riding.
The price of chicken wings, right? Would it not be a better thing to do if and it seemed as if they were busy, because we were there on a midweek afternoon and they were busy, right? So it's obviously a successful place. It's got people coming through. If your whole thing is chicken wings, see, when we sat down, as soon as we sat at that table, why don't they just come up with 4 chicken wings on a wee plate and go, this is just to get you started, guys. Here's what we do here. And just give you 4 wee wings as your... But mate, look at the fucking price. It's £14 for a chicken burger. I mean, suck my dick. Do you mean just something
even
like that?
Even the wings are expensive, but as well, I think.
I just thought it was okay It's just another one.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Good night. Okay. Great. Good night. I love you. Okay.
The hashtagshow.co.uk